Hi, this is Kevin Murphy. I'm never, ever missing the non-taping. Thank you.
The following program contains material that is just too cute.
Well, we talked about it.
Viewer discretion is advised.
We talked about it like 2 episodes in a row. So once Jeff found the audio of Dennis Murphy, the guy.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, that was
Good
very
job.
nice of him to get those
Good
recorded.
job. Yes, that was nice.
I think
and trimmed
that
very neatly. You were worried? It was trimmed very neatly.
Yeah.
Manscaped, one might say.
Yeah. Okay, so Dennis Murphy, if you are brand new to the show, he was a character on the Don and Mike show, a caller, listener, super fan extraordinaire.
Right.
But he was missing his right hand, I think, at the wrist and half of his tongue, which is very careless of him. I don't know where he left them.
Detachable.
He set them down somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, just big shout out to Dennis Murphy. Nothing but respect from here on the None Taken verse.
Hell yeah!
But people don't know that, so I have to, explain.
Sure.
But that's it. That's it. So probably the last time we played the Dennis Murphy clip, out of nobody's request other than my own. No offense.
I like it. I like having him on.
Maybe we'll do it again. Maybe in another 100 episodes.
There you go. Every now and then.
I can anticipate Natasha's response.
Sprinkle some Dennis Murphy in every now and then,
Yeah. I'd like to hear. So I've had a song stuck in my head since like Friday because I saw a video that has a woman dressed as Garfield singing "Memories" from Cats.
Oh no!
It's just I've been walking around the house just going, "Touch me." Isn't that great?
All alone with the memory. Oh,
yeah. I mean, she's killing it.
She's really killing it.
She's wearing a Garfield costume.
And the acoustics in that room are pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So that's
a great song. I love that song.
I was walking around the halls just singing. I was like, I got to pull this up on the show. Just blast that on out. Now it'll be stuck in your head.
Yeah.
And then I see my cat, and I just go, Tyler, oh, this fucking cat. Jesus Christ. We came back from Paris, and I was like, this cat's still here? All he does
alive.
now is come home at midnight,
sneeze,
and then about an hour or two later start crying up and down the hallway to be let back out. He wants nothing to do with us, and he takes full advantage of the potential room and board and food. And I'm so sick.
That sounds very much like a cat, actually.
And then he goes up to other people's house and cries until they let him in. And then they don't understand since our phone number's on the tag. They text us.
I think he's lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, feel free to have him. You can have him. And then they let him go because he probably sneezes on their wall. And then he's back here again. Just so fucking sick of this.
That's why I'm a dog person.
They say there's something where they can have cats live a lot longer, like some... I don't know. I'd be so
adrenochrome for cats or something. They have to feed them the blood of young kittens.
Yeah, that's why they keep getting cats euthanized so that they can get the blood of Oh, now I'm sad again. Yeah, fucking Pompey. He's gonna live forever and just ruin our lives. I don't get to sleep because he's just like meow meow. I'm like, shut up, Pompey.
Oh. We have great cats here. I love my cats.
I used to like this guy until I don't know what happened to him. He turned into a piece of shit. It's a little cat. I'm such an asshole. That's
maybe
not
he got
how
some of that reefer dust, and maybe he got sent down the wrong path.
No, you're saying this cat got a hold of some catnip?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I don't understand the implication.
Hanging out with the wrong crowd,
Do you, once he got out on the streets with all these bad, alley cats and stuff like that. Got cat style. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, sir.
Chasing cats around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who sings that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's not the Stray Cats, is it?
No, I don't. That'd be too on the nose. I don't think so.
Okay. Can I do a name that sound for you?
Please.
We're going to do this as a show open. I'm really excited about it. Mr. Ferg sent this in. Bobby Ferg sent it in. So this will be a fun one. The very first thing you're going to hear is somebody walking on dirt and like the crunching of their shoes.
Okay, that's not the sound.
That's not the sound. It's going to blend in a little bit with the sound. So give it, there's about 15 seconds of this. We'll stop. I'll let you identify it. And then the person who is recording this, Chloe Creates Here is her name. Chloe Creates Here is going to have some commentary, which I think you'll appreciate, and that's how we'll start the show.
Okay.
I was going to look something up a second ago. What were we just talking about, though?
The cat song? The Stray Cats?
No, not that. Oh,
no.
Stray Cats. Yeah, let's see who sings that. I'm going to look that up, okay? All right, here's a name this sound, okay, Alan?
Got it.
All that set up, and I didn't unmute it. Okay. Okay, there's the sound.
Oh.
It is a compound sound. There is the don't you look.
Okay, I couldn't see it.
There is the event, and then there is the interaction of the event. So there's the consequence of what's happening that's contributing to the sound. I'm gonna back up just slightly.
Yeah.
I hope people are just watching this.
Right.
Do you want it again? Do you want it again?
Yeah, one more time, please. Okay, it's like a what the fuck? It's like rotating, and it's every now and then it's getting that.
Oh, so it's like something going around on a track and it's running into like some interference. There is cyclicality to it. No. And you hear like a wobbling, like an oscillating ceiling fan almost, right? Like, No. That's your one guess. I'm going to let you look at the screen now, okay?
Okay, all right. Let's see. Oh, it's a tortoise.
It is a tortoise. What's the tortoise doing?
It's humping. It's humping a bowl or something.
It looks like it's a turtle-shaped flower, like the base that you put the flower plant in. You put a planter in it and it catches the water, right?
It's the water basin.
Yeah, but it's a turtle shape. So he's having his way with the head of that. If you see, do you see? Do you see?
Oh, I do see.
Do you think he knows it's a turtle? Does he think it's a big turtle?
I don't think he cares.
I think he does, and it's the head of it. It's the face.
Maybe. It's pretty good.
I need you to know that it's never not been her face. And he's now rubbed white patches into her solid black pupils with his undercarriage.
Y'all let me in this damn house.
Should we hit record?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right, you ready?
I am ready. Are you recording?
Yes. All right, well, you want to start a show?
Let's start a show.
That podcast is filling your head with garbage.
No offense taken there.
Well, it sounds like none taken.
Boom!
To free episode number 574 of Not Taken, the internet's only debate and current events show with two political nomads from two different worlds. Shout out to Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band for use of their song Ways and Means for intro music. And thank y'all for joining us. The time of this recording, it is Tuesday, May 26, 2026. It's a great day for America. It's Outdoor Sex Day.
Oh.
Natasha knows. We are two coastal elites here to recap another week of current events and sharing way too much of our tragic personal life and taking a sledgehammer to the culture war echo chambers. We're coming to you from the shores of the mighty Cumberland, Madison, Tennessee. I heard a dog. I'm your host, Cred. And right over there, 2,400 miles directly down northwest, is my good friend Alan, the Nature Boy Smith, coming to you from Timbertown, Morton, Washington. Please subscribe right now wherever you're listening. Subscribe and listen to the podcast. Yes, continue to listen to the podcast and tell all your friends about us. But by subscribe, what I mean is to go over to nonetaken.horse. It's a real website. If you don't believe me, go to nonetakenpod.com if that seems more legitimate to you. But over at nonetakenhorse, nonetaken.horse.
Horse, yes.
Nuntaken.horse. You can join. You can subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast, and I'll take you on a journey. This is what it looks like. So if you're at Nuntaken.horse, that's what's on the screen here. You scroll down. It says join the Patreon. Now I can't click on that because it's going to go to the host of the Patreon's page. But from there's a splash page where you can join the Patreon, and you can join at the lowest tier level is $3 a month, all the way up to $18 a month. I think there's an option where you can just pay what you feel like. No less than 3, though, okay? And no matter what tier level you join at, you get free access to the video of every show we do. Plus, before every show we do a hidden track. There's more news there, more recaps, more tragic personal life.
More fun.
Yes, just even more of our horse and cum and Dr. Pepper and Rudy Giuliani. Mountain Dew, excuse me.
Dr. Pepper? What the fuck?
I love Dr. Pepper. I know, you're right. I got my sodas confused. Themed podcast. So
Yes.
join the Patreon at nuntaken.horse or nuntaken.pod.com. Nuntaken.horse. We paid for that for a reason. Let's use it until next year and we try to do something else. You can also go to the merch store. If you go to the merch store, you can get all kinds of things. Culture War veteran hat. You can get we have Nuntaken and Alan's edging service cum rags. Alan says they're golf rags. We got mugs that say "We say cunt in this house" in black and white. We got bumper stickers that say "Please don't honk at me."
Bumper
My dad
magnets.
is-" Bumper magnets that say. We got the show themed hat with the big logo. We got rocks glasses. Rocks glasses.
Rocks glasses.
We got kimonos. Yeah, it's a great place to show your support for the show. We don't make any money off of these. I set these at the price that I think keeps them at a good price. So when you see a can koozie for $7, I apologize. I can't make it any cheaper than that. But you're buying something else, throw a can koozie in your order. It's the best way you can support the show, promote the shows, join the Patreon, buy some of our fancy pants merch. And there's other stuff you get at nuntaken.horse, Alan.
Nuntaken.horse for all your
Nuntaken.
Nuntaken needs. Absolutely, Nuntaken.horse for all your Nuntaken needs. You can find all our socials over there, all the RSS feeds, your Spotify's, your iTunes, whatever you prefer. Also, when you sign up for the Patreon, if you want, you can get your own private RSS feed for the audio version of the show. Like Dustin said, you do get the video version too, so if you want to watch that, it's available over there. Also, don't forget, support the people that support us right down there at the bottom where Dustin has it right now. Slickestdigital.com for all your SEO and marketing needs. Slickestdigital.com and JeffHancockPhotography.com for all your photographic needs, whether they be cock related or not. JeffHancockPhotography.com.
The man does love his roosters. I don't even know what I mean. I don't. He's never said so.
He's never said so at all. No,
I just
think you
closed
just invented that. Yeah,
I did. Okay. Oh, thank God it's back. Okay, there we go. Nuntaken
Hey, there we are.
.horse. Nuntaken.horse. Thank you all. Keep the show free. This is ad free for a reason. It's because of you. So thank you for doing that and making that possible. As someone that does the show, I'm so happy it doesn't have ads. So thank all of you for making it that way. Make it so. And for now, let's do a fucking podcast. Alan, what have you been up to?
Oh, man, it was a beautiful weekend here in Washington for Memorial Day weekend. We headed up to Olympia on Saturday, had a little fun up there, did some plant shopping. I got a really cool cypress, which I'm excited to make a bonsai out of, which I'm really stoked about that. We went to the Cascadia Grill. I'm wearing a Cascadia Grill t-shirt right now, which is the home of Tickles the Beaver. And I did not ask what the background story about Tickles the Beaver was. However, I looked on their website and they don't say anything about it. But the back of my shirt says home of Tickles the Beaver. So whatever that backstory is, I am not aware. But
Was there a stuffed beaver like Polly?
I did not see a stuffed beaver. There was a lot of...
see the beaver?
I didn't see a beaver, no. And I did not receive any tickles either, much to my disappointment. So yeah, that was fun. It was a great time. Monday it rained for Memorial Day, but the weekend was fucking beautiful here in Washington, man. It was just gorgeous, just sunlight and green everywhere. Awesome time. Dude, Portland is booked. So in August, I am going to be hanging out with friend of the show,
Tim?
Our buddy Drew and Tim,
Tim and Drew
and Allison. So yeah, we're all gonna hang out. They got an Airbnb down there. So actually, Andrew's flying up here first. So we're gonna go to Seattle. I'm gonna try and get us into the Pink Door, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Which is a really cool restaurant in Seattle that does like almost like a mini Cirque du Soleil show,
cool.
acrobatic show with pretty girls and stuff.
Do they wear clothes?
Yes, but very, very little
Scantily.
clothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Do they get it in the food? You don't want to get it in the food.
No. They're like
There's
up
hair in this
high.
food.
There's like
It's
a
probably not
ring
hair.
hanging from the ceiling and like a track.
Yeah.
And
I was
they do that
picturing
stuff
it.
up there.
Like a ribbon.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. You get dinner and you have a few drinks and you watch girls, move around rings.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Try the seafood, Alan.
I'm sure I will. And then we're going to come up here. So Drew's never been here to Morton, so he's going to come here for a day. And then we're headed down to Portland to hang out with Tim and Allison. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait.
That's awesome. When is that?
August 19th is when it starts.
Well, we'll talk about that then.
Yes.
That's awesome. Cool.
How about you, man? What you been up to?
I thought you'd never ask. So it's been rainy. It was bad weather. We were looking forward to Memorial Day weekend because this is traditionally the first weekend kind of go do a lake day, You got a 3-day weekend. It's the start of summer. We had a drought for like the last 3 months, and we're making up for it now. It is nonstop rain. I'm glad we've done what we've done for like erosion mitigation in our backyard. It's holding up fine, but man, it's just nonstop rain over the weekend. But what was planned for a long time was Commandu Cody, the big meetup at Cody's Range.
Yes.
With a bunch of the guys from the Discord and the Patreon.
From the Foxhole.
The Foxhole's Patreon meetup. Yes. So some of the guys that were there in November, and then some people I hadn't met before, and his brother was there. It was cool. So they did a bunch of jiu-jitsu in the morning, and I met them at the range at like 1, and we shot at the range from like 1 to 6, something like that, and it was so much fun. I just call it fantasy camp because it's like I have no business being. I said this last time. I was like, I feel like you guys at some point are going to turn and be like, wait, why are you fucking
imposter syndrome?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not just that. It's like these guys are all armed and they're like, are you trying to infiltrate our group?
Right. You're glowy.
But they're so fucking sweet. There's one of these guys, Beans. He's such a sweetie, Alan. He's such a sweetie. My AK hadn't been zeroed in yet, and he's like, "Do you want to go zero in your AK?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how." And so, so I laid down there, and he got behind me. And I, fire 3 shots. We walk down range. He's like, "Okay, there's good cluster, but slightly off." We go back and make a couple adjustments. We did that, dude. I zeroed in my AK within 1 magazine. Now it's not a magazine, but I think I still had like 10 rounds.
Is that the first time you actually got to fire it?
Yes. Well, of course it wasn't zeroed in. Yeah. It was, and then the rest of the day was just funsies, right? So I will say what was not fun is that triangle stock. Jesus Christ, man, that thing was just digging. My shoulder's still like sore. And I had like a towel because I wrapped it to take it there. I didn't even have a gun bag for it yet, so I just like folded the side folder over, wrapped it in a towel, and put it in my travel bag. Which, by the way, fuck me, that's the bag that I go on vacation with. So that's gonna be great next time I go through TSA because I threw it back in there with all the residue and the.
So it's gonna
the dogs are gonna
balls.
love it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why you said balls, but so did you say shit balls?
No, I said trip.
Yeah, it's gonna get the dogs upset. Yeah. So by the time I had it zeroed in, shoulder's still fine because I'm kind of like squeezing off a few shots at a time. And then once everybody had sort of like had their guns dialed in, Cody was doing. He set everybody up. There was like. So Cody has his range. There's 8 targets downrange on stands, and we measured it all out. So we're like 30 meters, and
meters. You gotta do that in yards. What the fuck? This is America, Dustin.
Right. Well, it's something standard.
I'm kidding. I know.
So then, do you think I didn't have to convert 10 meters into feet for him? I mean, like before, I was like, I don't know, it's like 13, and I looked at it, it was like 12.8 or 13. I was like, I'll just call it 13. So then, and then we used spray paint, and we like dragged it across. So it's like that's gonna be lost in the spray paint. Anyway, so then we did this not course, there's a word for it, like a skills test.
Okay.
No walking or anything. It's just a skills test. So it's 3 magazines. 1 magazine with 20 and 2 magazines with 10. You do 20. This is like a standard thing. I just don't know anything about it because I'm a civilian. So you do 20 rounds. So there's a target down range with 10 different sized targets on it.
Okay.
And you do 20 rounds
Get 2 per target, I guess, or
You end up doing 4 per target. So
okay.
Because there's 10 targets, there's 40 rounds. You got a magazine with 20, 2 magazines with 10.
I
each.
got it. Okay.
So your first set is from the prone supported. So you're laying down with your gun rested on like a bag or something. Second magazine is prone unsupported, and then your last magazine is seated unsupported. So like crouched, so I have no idea how well I did on my first attempt at that. It's all of us shooting at the same time. But it was a good experience. The reason I said I don't know how well I did was because we didn't. So there was only 6 people shooting. There was 8 targets, and I didn't discuss it with the person on either side of me. And we all shot at the same target. So we go out there, and there's like two targets that are like, no, what? How could I'm fine? And then this other guy's just getting blasted up by everybody. So
That's hilarious.
So we went and did it again, and by that point, man, my shoulder was just killing me, man.
Oh yeah.
And like literally in my bag that I'm using as the 20 round supported, I have a towel in there. I could have just put it on my shoulder, but I was like, nah, fuck that. That's cheating. By the time I was done with this one, I was just sort of like half aiming and just like get through this shit.
Yeah.
It was a good experience. I will definitely, pad my shoulder or just deal with it more.
What size
next
round
time.
is that? I don't even know. What size?
7.62 by 39. It's not
that's
crazy, but
okay.
there's just,
It's
it's
gonna
a
have some
metal, it's a
kick.
metal side folder.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't kick that much, but it's
Okay.
just, it's the fact that it's just like a single metal bar, with
Right.
like nothing. Like it's not even a wood stock. It's not spread out. Like there's definitely so, and like I could wrap it with paracord, but then I wouldn't be able to fold it over. It's part of that. And then I spent the rest of the day just shooting it from the hip, like fucking Rambo, and like an idiot. So I didn't.
Can
think
you
about,
hit anything from the hip like that?
Yeah, you kind of learn how to. So like
Okay,
you
all right.
aim it, and then you see where it's hitting, and you go up a little, and then you
Okay,
go down
all right.
a little, and then you're like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, roughly. I will say I did hit the target stand at one point, so I ruined that. Now I have it. He's like, you can keep that. I'm like, fuck, sorry, dude. He's like, they're like $20. It's fine. Just threw it straight through it, just right through the target stand.
Damn.
People are like, how'd you hit the ground? I'm like, did you see how I was shooting it? Like, I can't believe I hit anything. I didn't think of that as a potential consequence. So I won't talk about this all day. But the guys were so sweet, like helping me, like, dial in my gun. And I was saying that to Cody. He's like, dude, the guy that was Beans, I can't be specific about his job, but he's like, he teaches people that for a living. And most people are idiots and don't care. Like, you cared and you gave good feedback. He loved doing that with you.
Hell
So,
yeah.
no, I didn't think about that side of it. Somebody brought a 50 cal, like
Oh,
custom
shit.
sniper rifle. Did I show you this?
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can get to present day here really quick.
Oh, is that you sent me one where you
sent
take
you a
a
video.
shot? Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay. I didn't know what
here.
it was. Okay.
First of all, that's a pretty good one. Oh, that's Amsterdam. Okay, here I am shooting the 50 cal.
Okay.
So look at this, it's like just like a piece of black iron.
Yeah. Damn.
Now let me give time for it to buffer. So if you look, there's a blanket over on the side, and like just the discharge gases on the side blow everything up.
Oh shit.
We're just gonna have. And there you go.
How'd that feel?
Like shit.
Yeah. Did you hit what you were aiming for?
No, nobody hit where they were at. And then we all kept talking about that, how we can't figure out how to fight. Well, you would aim as low as possible, and then you'd just see like
Still
a big-
be high.
Oh yeah, every time. This is how everybody else dressed besides me. So there's the target way down there.
Yeah.
Watch his butt jiggle when he shoots.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Last one.
Okay.
So like, watch the hill here. It's just no, like, and he was aiming at the ground, and it just I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've never shot
Yeah.
anything. Oh, this is what the fucking round looks like.
Jesus
This is the
Christ.
casing. This is just the casing left over. That's
That's
pretty cool.
massive.
Souvenir. Yeah. It didn't, I didn't want to shoot it because of how bad my shoulder was feeling already. And then I
Right.
shot it. I was like, that wasn't that bad. It hurt my ears more than anything. I was like,
Clear your station
yeah,
tubes.
it does. Yeah. All right. Well, I had a great time. I don't know if they're still like adding people to join the Foxhole. I don't know if he's still doing it. I mean,
I think
he did
he
all
is.
this
He
with
had
his
a-
he did
he
all
had
this
a-
with his Patreon money. Like,
He had a post about it.
Yeah.
I saw it this morning.
it was so much fun. I can't wait
Yeah.
for the next one. Like, it was just such a great time. I
Very
really,
cool.
Yeah. That was, and then Sunday we What did we do Sunday? I don't know. Me and my wife did something on Sunday.
I texted to see if you were going to float down the river because it's kind of thing you usually do around.
So
this
the
time.
weather was terrible. It was
Okay.
nice and sunny for that afternoon on Saturday. Sunday we did something. We went outside. We were like, the weather's not bad. I can't remember what we did. And then Monday it was rainy and like all day. We went to the fucking. Oh, we had a pool party on Sunday. We went to a pool party.
Oh,
it was
nice.
Great. We had great weather and we dodged bad weather at the pool. It was great and nobody was there because of that. So we had like little cabana set up. It was great. All right, I don't want to I feel like this is just a boring recap of my life. So we'll get on to the comedy that was submitted by. This first one here is for a young thrash lad. Did you know that Ireland is bringing back drinking and driving?
Oh, I didn't know they ever.
If anybody were gonna do that, I mean, it would be
Yeah.
Ireland, right? So here is I don't know. It says next up comedy. That can't be it, right?
Ireland right now is the only country in the world that's actively working to try and reintroduce drink driving. This is... The Mexicans wouldn't even have the balls for that. Like, this is... We're trying to reintroduce drink driving, but here's the twist. It's just for country people. That's the... Because country people live further away from the pub, down crooked, unlit mountain roads, and should be allowed to drive them roads drunk. That's the kind of shit that keeps the community together. Now, a pragmatic city politician might say, well, what if he hits a pedestrian? And the answer to that is, if a man is walking the roads at 4 o'clock in the morning, he's probably drunk too. So, when a drunk driver hits a drunk pedestrian, sure, whose fault is that?
That's the whole joke.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Thank you, Thrash. I have this is stand up. This is from Jeff. Jeff sent this in, and this is one of those stand ups that you're like, God damn, you're right. Like she sets it up fine. I don't want to ruin her joke. When she says it, you're gonna be like, it feels like ages ago, just because of all of the scandal and craziness. And like when it happened, we were like, oh yeah, he's an asshole. Like I'm not gonna get bent out of shape. It's outrageous. I can't believe the president did this. And now with like time in between, you're just like, how was that not a bigger deal? And that's how Trump keeps getting away with everything.
Remember when he said "quiet piggy" to that woman?
This is
Oh,
Maddie
fuck.
Kelly. Maddie Kelly. Do you remember that?
I do remember
Remember when
that.
he said "quiet piggy" to that woman? A female reporter asked him a question. He said, "Quiet piggy."
I remember this.
I wouldn't say that to a pig. I wouldn't say that to a pig that was being really fucking loud. And I needed it to be quiet. Also, he said that because she asked if he was in the Epstein files.
Oh God, I forgot
Brother,
about
you
that.
are the Epstein files. This is like the most well-documented friend group of all time. All these guys do is hang out and take pictures together. They're like sorority girls. There's more pictures of Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, I'm pissed about this part. This is the halfway point of this. And from here on, look, I always say steal from me, stole twice. I did not steal this from her. And I know I couldn't have been the first one to have said these jokes.
Okay.
But she's about to say something like literally word for word, flow in order with something exactly I said on the show like several months ago. And I don't mind. It's fine. It's fine.
Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein than there is of me, my mom, and my dad. Also, all these photos had to be taken in the 90s. That
Alan?
means someone had to bring a camera,
Right? Do you remember me saying this?
take
I
the
do.
photo, develop the photo, and then keep it somewhere safe. People are always like, men don't make strong enough friendships. Look what happens when they do.
Okay, I didn't say that.
Those guys did everything together. They went on vacation. They wrote each other birthday cards. If my boyfriend wrote his male friend a birthday card, I would break up with him. I'm not jealous. I would know he's up to something. Remember when he said "quiet piggy" to that woman?
Sorry.
That's pretty great.
Quiet piggy. Yeah, she's great. Maddie Kelly.
Maddie Kelly. Give her a follow.
And then we go to
How about that?
how about that segment? I got some good how about that. Well, let's keep the drunk driving theme going for no reason at all.
Okay.
Here is this is a little satire, right? This is the joke is they got a guy with 7 DUIs to watch movies where people are drinking and driving and to review it.
Hi, my name is Garrett. I have 7 DUIs, and today we're going to be watching some movies with drunk driving scenes and judging them on how realistic they really are. First up, The Longest Yard.
Hey, you can finish that one. I got 5 more. Thank you.
Okay, so pause it right there. Yeah, so when you're drunk driving, normally you will have a couple of extra beers sitting next to you. We call those roadies. And those are just in case you start losing your buzz. You can drink a couple and maintain that level of drunkenness to keep the driving fun. So that is a real thing that happens.
Do not get one more
You gotta
scratch
keep
on
it
my
fun.
car, or I will slit your throat.
Okay, yeah, that's a small detail, but I'm glad they left it in there. Girlfriends will get pissed as when they find out that you've been drinking and driving, especially if it's their car, which I think he's driving her car in this scene. That's funny that they left that in there. That's very accurate. Next up, the 40-year-old virgin.
Jerk off. Do you know what I mean? Yo, look out!
This is the scene where she goes, French toast. And I kept saying that the whole time it was in France. I'm like, it's some French toast.
So right off the bat,
They just call it toast.
women only make up 20 to 24% of all DUI arrests. So the fact that a woman is drunk driving in this scene and not the man, it's a little unrealistic. Not that it couldn't happen, but statistically, this is kind of an anomaly. So that's a real thing that happens. Sometimes a passenger or a loved one will try to grab the wheel from you if they're sitting in the passenger seat. It's super annoying and very distracting. Hi, my name is Garrett. I have 7 DUIs, and today we're going to be watching some movies with drunk...
All right. That was, maybe that was hidden track material. I apologize.
That was
We're
all
having a little
right.
bit of fun, all right?
We're having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, you're giving me negative feedback.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
you
could do
set up
better.
the fucking show.
I
You
could
need
probably
the
do
clips to
better.
play.
I could probably do
you
better.
think you'd be funnier than him?
Yeah. And I haven't had.
There
any
were so many
DUIs.
times in that where Alan almost got a DUI one time. He was driving home drunk, and he was on the highway, and this cop got behind him. And Alan's like, well, I'm going to go slow because I don't want this cop to pass me. And then the cop got in the lane next to him, like he was going to pass him. And then the cop got like parallel with him or almost parallel, and then started slowing down.
And I slowed down too.
Yeah, but you're like, I can't. Or no, he was in front of you. That's what it was, right?
No, he was next to me, and I kept
next-
slowing down. Yeah,
And
yeah.
did he come to a stop?
No, I don't think he actually came to a stop, but it was very slow. By the time
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna get off this next
you're like,
exit.
can't pull me over if you're in front of me. You gotta get behind me to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, he could have just turned his lights on and been like, "Get
He
the fuck
could've.
over! Nobody does this." Like,
Right.
that was a very dangerous game of. I don't know. That's not chicken. That's like rooster, right?
It's like
you were-
Rooster.
you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
playing rooster with the
I was
cop.
playing Rooster. Yeah.
I already
I
have a
was
show
very
title.
young, Dustin. I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Very naive.
Sure.
I want to play this game with you. This is like a throwback to None Taken, where we do a lot more fun stuff. This is a lot of stuff we do in the Patreon, but I want to do this here on the show.
Okay.
On the show proper. So this is. I want you to try to do this. So let's play this together, okay? So they're doing this on their show. I'm going to give you a chance, and then we'll get the answers.
Since you're from California, tell me the 10 most populated California cities.
Okay, Alan? You lived in California for a lot of your life. Let me
Yes.
10 most populated cities.
Los Angeles,
L.A.,
San Francisco,
SF.
Oakland, Sacramento, San
Sac.
Diego.
SD. You have
How
5.
many is that?
That's
5?
Okay. You're doing great so far.
Okay.
It gets tough after here. I got the
It
first
does?
5 too. Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
I forgot about Sacramento when I did this, which I
Okay.
feel like is healthy.
Yeah, you should forget about
Yeah,
Sacramento.
yeah.
Absolutely. They should be forgotten about. Let's see. Let's go with... Fuck, it's probably all in SoCal after this,
So you're
right?
going to start getting into that issue where it's like, these are suburbs that are actually cities, right?
Yeah.
There is one that is definitely not that you're forgetting that I forgot about. I won't give you a hint until later.
Fresno?
I'm going to write down Fresno.
Anaheim?
Okay.
Fuck, man. Fucking... There's got
Now, don't just throw things out there because you can only do 10.
I know. That's... I have
Okay.
7.
Well, you do need 3 more.
Okay. There's nothing else. Oh, San Jose.
There we go. So when I did this, I said, "Oh, it's going to start being." Thrash sent this in, and I was like, "Okay, hold on. Before I hear the answers, I'm going to throw out my answer." And then I was like, "It's going to be some stupid like Santa Clara that you forget about," and I just completely forgot about San Jose right there. And Santa Clara is not on the top 10.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Wow. Two more. I think it's got to be something like in Orange County or something. I will say, I'm going to say Santa Cruz isn't up there. No, it's too small. Fucking, I have no idea. Long Beach.
Right.
Long Beach.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you just name another city.
Okay. Riverside. That's obviously.
You know, I thought of saying Riverside too. It's not on there. Okay. So we don't have to listen to them do it, right? So you said Fresno?
Yes.
Yeah, Fresno's on. Fresno's number 5.
Okay.
Anaheim is number 10.
Okay.
San Jose.
Okay.
Is number 3.
Okay.
Long Beach is number 7.
Nice. The LBC.
You got, of course, the obvious ones: L.A., San Francisco,
Sacramento,
Oakland, and San Jose. Those are the top 4.
Right.
Sacramento's number 6.
Okay.
You said Fresno. I said that, right? I said You said Fresno. And you got you need to take out Riverside and replace it with Bakersfield.
Fucking Bakersfield?
I know. I can't believe it.
Oh God.
Yeah. I actually would have thought Riverside would be more populous than Bakersfield.
I would think that too. Yeah.
I guess they count the Mexicans, Alan.
They count the Buck Owens
fans. That song's been in my head. I took $15 from that man. I left him my watch and my old house keys. Don't want people thinking that I steal. I actually like the Dwight Yoakam version more.
It's better.
Yeah. It's better. It's better. It's like the
everything
exact same
Bakersfield sucks. Like it's just
hot takes. Hear it. Go
shitty
off,
place.
Alan. I'm gonna make a clip out of this.
Shithole.
Yeah. Why do you hate Bakersfield? You've lived in the area.
It's fucking dusty and hot and oil pumps and everybody's a fucking moron. It sucks. I hate it.
You didn't say anything about the Hispanics.
Oh,
they're the best part. They're the best part.
The tacos are probably the best part of Bakersfield.
Wow, that's kind of racist of you to presume that it's the food, but I guess you can get away with that being mysteriously melanin yourself.
I've been working in the sun. I got a lot. I
noticed that.
Browner. Yeah.
Did I start a show the other day just saying like you're the show brown?
I think you did. Yeah.
Somebody noticed that.
Somebody did.
Yeah. I got told that. I was like, well, I mean, it sounds a lot worse when you say it like that. Certainly not how I intended it, you know. I don't think Natasha listens anymore. She would have been like, Dustin, you can't say that on the show.
Maybe it's better that way.
The wife doesn't listen?
Yeah.
Well, now she doesn't know anything about the news. She doesn't listen to Untaken. She doesn't know. I was like her one source. You know?
Didn't Oscar always say that it was better?
Yeah. But she's a good egg. It's cool.
Yeah, she is. She is a good egg.
That's what the hidden track's for. You can, know, bring up ex-girlfriends and embarrass me. Do you have any? It'll probably be. Is a headline show a good place to talk about like the gerrymander in Alabama being shot down by the court? Okay.
Yes, we can talk about that. Yeah.
And then did you see South Carolina's legislature chose not to? Would you say produce a cloture? Enough. They didn't have enough
people to vote.
Yeah, that was a choice.
That was on purpose.
That was like when Mike Johnson's like, "Well, we're not going to be able to shut down the War Powers Resolution. We better
Let's
not
all go home."
Yeah. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, I think it happened after the show.
Might have been.
Yeah. And then Florida, I think they just got their maps, the ones that DeSantis submitted, they got approved or whatever by the court.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So that's
it's
potentially
not all winners.
That's potentially 4 seats that could go Republican that were Democrat in Florida.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it there. I mean, my take is when I see this back to back like that, it's like it's almost like they're realizing that if you fuck up your district, it's not going to help after MAGA's over. Like once you no longer have a cult, as we're seeing tonight, like you have a primary and the cult members will come out and it'll augment that and it'll show, you know, Paxton ousts Cornyn in Texas GOP runoff. So
it's done. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be Tallarico
versus
it's going to be Tallarico versus Cornyn. But
No,
Now, when you
Tallarico
go-
versus Paxton, right?
versus Paxton.
Yeah.
But when you get to the general, so go to the general and save some time. When you get to the general, you save some time. For a great car insurance rate you can get online, go to the general and save some time. I have
It's
to. I
Shaq's
have to.
General,
I have a compulsion, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a medical condition. Probably it's undiagnosed. So the general.
I think that Tallarico has a better chance against Paxton than against Cornyn.
Okay, so that's the popular thing to say. I can't see it. Like, I get it. You say that, but
It's still gonna be-
we're still talking about Texas here. The thing is,
Yeah.
Beto and Ted Cruz were somewhat competitive, and that included Beto saying things like, "You're damn right, we're going to take away your guns." So it's like, if you say that in
Right.
Texas and you still like come that close to winning, I mean, maybe Tallarico being a populist, being a little bit more centrist, being more appealing to those people, if he stays away from that. And you have the people that stay home because they don't want to vote for
Paxton. They don't like Paxton.
Paxton's
yeah.
a disgusting person.
He is.
But in a primary, the only people that vote are the people that are died
The
in the war.
extremists, yes.
So, like, this is not a surprise. But this is the problem, and we talk about this whenever we talk about gerrymandering, is you make worse districts, which means you have worse candidates, and then you end up in a general where the only people who are actually getting a chance to be elected are those they have worse competition. So the result is worse politicians, worse representatives, worse
It pushes
representation.
people further to the extremes, the politicians, because
Right, but you
can't-
don't
on the
actually
right-
have good competition too. Like, not only
Right.
that, but you have bad competition because they're lazy.
I mean,
right?
just
Like,
to be
they don't
clear,
have they don't have to try to win those seats because they can count on them being drawn for them to win.
Right.
And then the only people that actually win in the primaries are the craziest of those people too.
Right. Yeah, it pushes people further to the extremes. Just to be clear, I don't think I think that Tallarico versus Cornyn there is zero chance, and I think that
yeah,
Tallarico versus Paxton there is. I don't know, 5 to 10% chance. Like, a Democrat hasn't won a statewide election in Texas for I don't know how long, like decades, right?
decades,
so
yeah.
the odds of that happening are very, very small. But I think he has a better shot against
And
a
it
guy with
does
the baggage
also-
Paxton has.
And so, like, you have a good candidate in Tallarico. While he may not win, he will bring people out, which means
Yes.
the governor's race, who the woman probably never has a chance anyways. There's a woman that's running as a Democrat
Right.
there. Also now has a chance, and they both kind of help each other, right? These are those things where, like, California is a good example for this, right? Like, there's things that are down ballot, like ballot measures, that if there's no Republicans on that ticket, which it will probably end up being a Democrat versus Democrat in the California governor's race, then the only people that are going to show up to vote that day are Democrats, which means that anybody who doesn't want those down ballot measures to be voted on in ways where Republicans would even have a chance, those people aren't even going because they're not showing up anyways, right?
Yeah.
So having Tallarico, having that woman on the ballot for the governor, it does help, and it could actually bring people out that wouldn't be voting anyways, that could maybe push either of them.
Also, the amount of money that has been put into
We
those
went from
races.
the most expensive Senate or House race to the most expensive
Yep.
Senate race.
Yeah, it's insane. And that means they have less money to spend in other races.
And these were safe seats. Like,
Yes.
these were not competitive races.
No.
You made them that way because you wanted to get back at Cornyn. So Hornan for Cornyn voted against Trump in one of his impeachments, I think, right?
Something like
so
that, yeah.
Trump wanted Paxton because it was revenge, and they dumped all of their war chest into that.
Oh.
Now, luckily, they can.
$130 million, I think, was spent on that race.
Yeah, but they can just tap into their,
Their Bitcoin, their
I was gonna
Trump
say
coin.
that. Yeah.
Crypto. Their crypto wallets. Sure.
Was all of this our conversation we're having under our, we're going to talk about this when we talk about this stuff in the, okay, well, there we go. Now we don't have to talk about that tomorrow,
Yeah,
right?
it's fine.
And people are
Yeah.
going to hear this tomorrow, and then they don't hear us talking about it on Friday.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. All good.
Did you solid, buddy. But this one will be Friday, though. We'll talk about the gerrymander and all that.
Yeah,
on
we'll do
Friday.
that, yeah.
Can we talk about Iran real quick?
Sure.
All right, to talk about Iran, I'm going to have a comedy clip set in that Alan sent in from Memorial Day because
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so when we were at the pool, I was like, let's just open up Instagram to post one of these pictures of my wife's butt in the stories. I'm like, oh, Preston Stew is the first thing I see. And the first time I see Preston Stew, he's like, so there's word of some kind of a ceasefire. We don't know a whole lot about it. Here's the details. And then I was like, let's post this other picture of my wife's butt. And I open up Instagram, and it's like 40 minutes later. It's like, there's no fucking ceasefire. I don't know what the fuck's happening. And I'm just like, what's even happening? Like,
Yeah,
ceasefire deal. I thought we had it. We're in the middle.
We already had
second,
one.
Alan,
Yeah.
we're in the second month of our 2-week ceasefire. Like, what are you talking about? And then there's breaking news. We attacked Iran on Memorial Day.
Right.
In the middle of a ceasefire, and then you get weird headlines like, do the airstrikes violate the ceasefire? And that develops wonderful comedy bits from Jay
Yes.
Salmon, Jay Salmon,
sure.
Salmon spelled weird.
Yeah.
Salmon spelled weird.
I don't know what the word ceasefire means, to be honest with you. I don't. I saw a headline that said airstrikes might disturb ceasefire, and I'm like, I don't think you need a lot of those words. Airstrikes mean no ceasefire.
You know what's funny is this works contextually for the timing of what we're talking about right now.
Yes.
But this could be like any time since the Hamas and Israeli ceasefire, right?
Yeah.
Like any time from then on with all of these conflicts. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
That's all you needed. That's all you needed. That's how ceasing fire works, as far as right? It's weird. It's weird when you understand words. Our propaganda is way worse than our enemy's propaganda. This is the first time in my life that's ever happened. It is like ours is just like it's like my uncle sending me a gift, in text, and I'm like, I don't think that means what you think it means, Like that's all of our propaganda. Iran's using our Lego people to do their propaganda. I'm like, this feels like home. I don't like it, but it feels right. Because we lie too blatantly. We do. They're like, the war is over. They've said that like 5 different times. But they're like, also, we need a lot of extra money for the war. And we're like, we heard that first part, right?
I was here for that.
Meanwhile, Iran's like, you guys are at war because those dudes are in the Epstein files. And I'm like, oh, Lego Batman's making a lot of good points.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Damn it. Okay, I found it. It's right there. I was just trying to play the laughter.
The bush laugh.
I did have to. Nancy Kerrigan. Why? Who let me put the Nancy Kerrigan bit into the show?
I don't know. I like it, though. It's fun.
I'm glad you do. Let me go back to the show, the placeholder.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I made a note that I should play my clip of Mike Huckabee. I don't know. Did you see this thing?
What thing?
Huck Huckabee. Let me just find it. I could probably just Google it. So Mike Huckabee was like, I'm so sick and tired. So sorry. So when I say Mike Huckabee, okay, hold on. When I say Mike Huckabee, I mean U.S. Ambassador to Israel.
Oh, that
Mike
one.
Huckabee, yeah.
Not the former New York financier, right?
No,
Okay.
yeah. It's just wild though, right? Like
it is.
The U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. Search isn't working on Google, so that's fine. Search isn't working on Google. That's a sentence. If Google can do anything, it should just be search, right?
Yeah.
Like, Google's fucking up, dude. The whole time I was in Europe, I ended up using a thing called City Mapper instead.
Oh.
Anytime I would literally type in something that I knew was right around the corner, I just didn't know the right way to get there, and it told me to go all the way around a block. And then I was like, hold on, there's like a little tunnel here, and you go through the tunnel and you're right there. I'm like, it was 200 feet that way. And like Google is fucking up, man. Like, and now they have the AI running their entire search. So like when I was looking for that Cats video to start the show, it was like. Woman singing Memories, Cats, Garfield costume. And it was Cats singing because I had the word cats and singing in there.
Right. And Google owns YouTube, and that's where the video was, I presume, right?
What was I going to look up? This is all padding. Oh, Mike Huckabee. Go on. You were going to say something.
So the overview of when you Google Mike Huckabee, it says American politician, diplomat, and Baptist minister. Like that's the third thing.
Christian Zionist.
Yeah. Also, former governor of Arkansas. There's that. But
Yep. And uncle to 2 of my coworkers.
I forget about that.
Yeah, I always forget to not say that, and then I say that.
And then you do.
So I don't have to play the clip. Look, would you believe me if he said that the people of Lebanon should be thanking an Israeli? He said that instead of hating on them, every time that they use a cell phone, every time that they eat a seedless watermelon, eat a cherry tomato, or use GPS in their car, they should thank an Israeli. And they should walk across the border and thank an Israeli. It's like, man, I don't know if you know about news, but that last part might actually be the hardest part out of this whole story.
Yeah, that'd be very difficult to do
so
that.
I, of course, decided to look it up. Motorola invented the cell phone. Now, I did see a last name of the person at Motorola attributed, and the last name is Cooper. So not Israel, definitely not, famous Israeli company, Motorola.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So cherry tomatoes were invented by the Native Americans in South America because tomatoes and potatoes all came from South America.
Right. Yep, that
Israel
checks out.
didn't exist yet. Now, Israeli agriculture made them more shelf-stable and sweeter, which I think you should.
Okay.
Now that I at best you get half points there.
They
right?
improved upon the
Yeah, but they didn't invent the cherry tomato.
No. Okay. What about the seedless watermelon?
Seedless watermelon, maybe. I stopped looking at that one. I will say this. The best credit you can give Israel is inventing GPS, because who invented GPS? The U.S. military, which... Israel. Point given. Point given. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. I will, so I will say this. Israel may not have invented the cell phone, but they did put an end to the pager market. Business was booming up until the end.
Booming is, yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I was proud.
Yeah. Also, they do have a lot of spy software that might be on your cell phone. So
yes. They've definitely
cornered the market there.
Yeah. He didn't give him any credit for like facial recognition or anything like that.
Right. You need that.
So the U.S., as was discussed on that ceasefire, so on Monday, you get these headline alerts and you're just trying to, just somberly appreciate your Memorial Day, not enjoy, appreciate your Memorial Day.
Sure.
And somber. And you get this notification that says the U.S. started the war again because, I don't know, there was a ceasefire and then we bombed Iran. Sounds a lot like the war started again. So the U.S. said this is self-defense because we noticed that they were rearming their missile. So, if you listen to the president, we won the war and we've destroyed all their capability to attack us. But then we were going to strike them and we bombed them because they seem to be reloading their firing positions along.
Yeah,
the
they're
Strait of
reloading,
Hormuz.
Dustin. We can't have that.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, I'm sure we're not doing anything during our ceasefire, right? That's kind of the point of the ceasefire. So we also blew up some boats that were laying mines. They were laying mines.
Mm-hmm.
We killed 4 Iranians in the process. These were IRGC, I believe. And then the U.S. says, we're done for now, so there's peace. It's okay. We went back to peace. We did it, but we're not doing it anymore, therefore the ceasefire. I feel like we've been listening to Israel a little too much. That is exactly what Israel does.
That's exactly
okay,
what
I'm
they
done.
do.
So the
Yeah.
ceasefire is still in effect. We did a little
And
bit.
wasn't this mostly just because Trump didn't want to go to his son's wedding? Wasn't that really what it was about? He's just fuck that.
Well, because
They
he
have
was going
shitty
to go to
hors
his son's wedding. Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, it's down there.
I don't know.
Plus, he had to go take a cognitive test. He had another
Right.
medical appointment.
Yeah,
on
Walter
Monday.
Reed. Yeah,
You
yeah.
did see that, right? Okay, we'll
Yes.
get to there eventually. I think I have that later on in the show.
Okay.
So I will say, you know who the big idiot is, Alan?
Who's the big idiot?
Me. Because I saw the wording over the weekend where Saturday and Sunday, Trump's like, it looks like we might have a peace deal in the work. And I needed to fill up my tank, and gas was expensive. And I was like, well, if that's true, I'd be an idiot to buy gas now. He's going to run one of his pump and dump schemes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for the market to drop a little bit. I'll buy some of that $3.99 gas instead of $4.13 gas.
That sweet $3.99 gas.
Yeah. And it stayed $4.13 all through the weekend. I finally bought 8 gallons. I was like, now if it does drop, maybe I'll just buy. And it dropped a little bit today, so we can get some more gas. But
Okay.
I probably saved $1 doing that. Hey. Yeah, my dumb ass decided to trust the president once, and here's escalated rather than getting the peace deal that he said he promised us that it was coming. So let's talk about the progress. So if there were, so they keep saying that there is progress towards peace.
Mm-hmm.
And even people that aren't liars within this administration are like, yeah, it does seem like there's kind of been some progress. Nothing to be actually truth-centraling about.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what do you? Because I can talk about it. I have some notes. Do you understand the extent of it, of what they're saying is happening? Is you can talk, I can talk. I don't mind.
Well, I mean, so it's been this back and forth since this thing began.
2 months of the 2 week ceasefire.
Right, and I think I mentioned that New York Times article in the hidden track, but they had an article today about like all the things Trump has said throughout the time that this war began to now. And like 1 minute he says, you know, we've destroyed them, we're going to end their civilization. The next minute he says we're having great talks and we're, you know, the war is over, the war is almost over, we're near the end. Like it's just been all over the fucking place like he usually is. But this is a pretty serious thing. So yeah, I mean, so what is it the U.S. wants? They want the Iran to get rid of its uranium deposits, right? And not to enrich anymore.
There's some progress on that being a number that they can deal with. It's going to be exactly like JCPOA.
It's going to be exactly like JCPOA.
We get back to that.
Okay. All right.
And when that was starting to get reported, people like Ted Cruz and Tommy Lauren were out there being like, "This is the same which, you know, Ted Cruz. Bob Seska describes him as Ted Cruz with his visible layer of slime." Now, me and him are on the same page because I always say he looks like he has those. He's one of those frogs that has like baby turtles hatching off their back, spores or whatever. So, Iran could agree to. It sounds like Iran is willing to agree to some sort of moratorium on uranium enrichment, or having it set to a certain level, right?
So the same thing that was there before Trump withdrew from.
Well, but Alan, there's a difference. Barack Obama agreed to that one, and we got rid of that one. So the world's a better place because something Barack Obama did is no longer in existence.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
And America could agree on some type of sanctions relief, which again, it's part of the worst deal ever that Obama got. It's like it's the same thing, right? Okay.
Same thing.
So here, when he talks about like, oh, we're very close to a deal, they could come out and announce something like, okay, Iran has agreed to this number and to stop enriching uranium, and America has agreed to this sanction relief, right? And to release these sanctions. And then that doesn't mean they actually have that. They've just agreed to that. And then they create like a 60-day timeline where they're going to hammer out how they achieve
the details,
how both sides can actually be okay. Like, how can we verify that you're not enriching, right? Like, how can we get our guarantees that we need? And what exactly are we going to be okay with on the sanctions, right? So we don't need to come to those terms now. We need to be able to make a statement and then have a timeline set up for us to get to that, which is like, you can see that being doable. Like when I described that, that's like, even with this president lying constantly, if they came out in the meantime from when we've recorded this and said that there's the concepts of a plan, that's what that means. And we can take that somewhat seriously.
Yeah, I mean, so I would just point out that JCPOA took like a year and a half to negotiate with very high level.
60 days is awfully quick, right?
With very high level negotiators with
people that didn't have to be explained what uranium is, which is what we keep hearing. Is every time Kushner goes there, they're like, okay, so this is how what they're doing exists and what it means that they've done it.
Also, like a government that was fully intact in Iran, which is not anymore,
and also a government where the person making the negotiations from the American side wasn't the president's son-in-law and real estate guy, so it actually could make a decision that would be trusted. Like if you were Iran, you wouldn't believe that these people will go back to Trump and they'd have to do what you'd agreed with.
100%. Also, I do want to bring us back to one thing, which I think gets lost a lot when we talk about this conflict, is the actual people of Iran. And 5 months ago, 6 months ago, there were people on the streets risking their lives because they were upset about this regime and what it was doing to them. The fact that they didn't have fucking water, the fact that their economy was in the toilet, all of these factors, right? And Trump said on True Social, don't worry, help is coming. This is your chance. Take over your government. And what did he do? He bombed a fucking girls' school instead. Like, don't fucking forget about that shit. Those people are still there, and they're still fucking dealing with this shitty economy. The same shit that they were in the streets for 6 months ago is still there, only it's worse because there's rubble fucking everywhere. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
No, you're right. I apologize for my impulsiveness.
It's fine.
No, you're on one of those. Yeah. Like this, like at the end of the day, you're going to get the same deal they had plus 168 dead schoolgirls, right?
Yep.
Oh, and their parents because they double tapped.
Also that.
And it was Iran, or it was probably Iran because they used a Tomahawk, because Iran uses Tomahawk missiles, and then he lied to our fucking face and said no, it isn't. Like that needs to not be lost too. It's like when confronted with it, he's like, well, Iran did that, and they were like, sir, it's a Tomahawk missile. It's like, well, they probably have Tomahawks. It's like,
Nope.
What are you implying?
Did
What
we
are you
sell them
implying?
Tomahawks?
Like, yeah. Did the Australians or the Japanese? Like nobody. Yeah. All right. And yet again, we are in the same situation time and time and time again, where America, like I described what I said, how like we can get a 60-day clock, we can get these negotiations, we can do all this, where America can say it owns the clock, but someone else controls the time, right? Like it's the same thing with Afghanistan. It's the same thing. Anytime you do asymmetrical like this is what happens. This is why when very strong countries fight weaker countries, it usually doesn't work out well for the strong country. Ask Russia how it's going invading Iran, Ukraine. That would have been a good soundbite if I got the countries right. So let's talk about a little bit with Israel and Lebanon. So, because never forget, like part of what is so beneficial for Bibi is we can get bogged down over here. And they can continue to have their war in Lebanon. So now, if you don't know, while we talk about ceasefires and words not meaning anything, there is a ceasefire in Lebanon. Although I think I wrote it down somewhere. There have been Israel, in the time that Israel has announced its ceasefire on March 2nd with Lebanon, there have been 3,000 civilians killed in Lebanon.
That sounds right. Yeah, that's what a ceasefire sounds like.
Ceasefire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So on Monday, Bibi Netanyahu, this is the day before we're recording this, Memorial Day, Bibi says that if there's going to be there's full-scale war is going to start back up again with Lebanon unless he's going to make it mandatory that the Arab and Muslim states join the Abraham Accords. So there's no way that he can have a long-term peace if he doesn't have all of those countries join that. So he's saying that it's going to be conditions for the deal with Iran as well, meaning that they said what they said that they won't let the United States have peace with Iran. Did you see that? I don't even have a note for it.
Israel said that.
Israel said that. I think Bibi said that there's, or maybe it was Ben Gvir said that.
That sounds like something Ben Gvir would say.
That sounds like something Ben Gvir would say.
Yeah.
He was like, there's Israel won't let the U.S. have peace with Iran.
I mean, Iran has said that they won't finalize a ceasefire deal
uranium.
if there's. Well,
Sorry, I'm finishing my own thought. That Ben Gvir said if unless there's a deal to get rid of the uranium, Israel won't let the U.S. have a peace deal with Iran.
Fun.
Yeah, this is a partner for us.
Iran said that they won't
Imagine
sign a
the
deal.
Kurds saying that, right? Imagine the Kurds being like, you can't leave Iraq unless you give us like this. And be like, okay, well, go fuck yourself. Like,
Iran said they won't sign a deal unless Lebanon's included. So there's that also.
You know what? That's what it is. That's what my note was. So it was conditional. So Iran, thank you, Alan. Yes. So Iran said it's conditional for their deal for there to be peace with Lebanon. Yes. Thank you. That is actually what I meant to say. I'm so glad I have a co-host, someone that can fucking bring me back on track. Saudi Arabia said that there's no deal, that they won't support any kind of a deal unless there is an irreversible pathway to a Palestinian state. Saudi Arabia said this.
Which is pretty bold. I mean, MBS
because they're an Abraham Accord signee.
They are, yeah. And MBS has been like trying to sort of walk a line here between like supporting the Palestinian cause and not at the same time. And so for them to actually come out and say that was quite a thing, I thought.
Well, and what's crazy about it is that like so like I said, they signed the Abraham Accords, right?
They did.
So and they've stuck by Israel through all of that.
They have.
And here they are.
And they've been attacked by Iran as well.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. And the idea behind Hamas's idea behind October 7th was countries like Saudi Arabia thought they could make deals with Israel, and Israel thought they can just make deals with everybody and skirt the Palestinians. And as a consequence, Hamas decided to kill a bunch of civilians and completely fuck up. Like if they would have only killed soldiers, kidnapped soldiers, and if they kidnapped civilians and like showed that they were being well taken care of, totally different scenario, right? I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying like that would have just been a totally different scenario, right? But is that was the consequence? That whole day was the consequence. Poorly executed. I'm not saying anything good about Hamas's plan there, but that was the consequence of Netanyahu thinking they could just skirt the concerns of the Palestinians and get all the countries in the region to sign the Abraham Accords. And that has worked until, I mean, right now, Saudi Arabia said, this is a passing, like I'm spending time on this because this was a passing thought that I haven't heard anybody talking about, that Saudi Arabia said there won't be a deal unless there's an irreversible pathway to a Palestinian state.
No, Hamas was freaked the fuck out by other Arab states making peace with Israel, and they were very concerned.
And then all of what we saw with Israel flattening Gaza,
yes,
Saudi Arabia, nothing, right?
No, nothing.
But then, like attacking Iran is Saudi Arabia being attacked back by Iran, and then all these proxy wars that are going on there now, and now Saudi Arabia is like, you know what? No, if you guys are making deals, we need to make sure this is a deal because we need to just resolve all of this.
It's huge.
Yeah. Come back to that eventually, I'm sure. There was a call with the Gulf states that Trump was on where he said like a completely banana pants crazy shit. And it was just met with silence. So I'm going to say something that Trump said, and you're like, oh shit, that seems like a big deal. Except everybody on the call was like, yeah, we don't take this guy seriously.
We're just going to ignore that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he said there will only be a great deal for all, or there will be no deal at all. So like there will only be a great deal for everybody involved. Otherwise, there won't be any deal, and we're going to go back to shooting. And then they're just like, okay, I don't know. It probably sounded really
just
good.
Just let that go.
Yeah. But that's not a threat to Iran. That's a threat to all of those countries in that region, all those Gulf states that got attacked by Iran. Like if the shooting goes back on, that means they get shot at, along with all the U.S. military bases that got
and
destroyed.
their oil and gas fields and all of that.
Oil and gas, and the global economy, man.
Yep.
So the only good news about that statement is that it was met with silence on the call. That is also a good way to sink negotiations, right? To just be like, like if we don't get everybody on board, then we don't get anything because you're not gonna, and then you get to go back to the shooting, which seems like what Trump wants. Because like Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Oman all want to see this come to an end.
Oh yeah,
but
their economic interests kind of trump everything, right? Like that's what they care about. So if you're on that conference call and you're a Gulf state and you hear him say that, like I can imagine being on that call.
Probably regret giving him a 747.
Well, that
for his
too.
library.
Right. But I could imagine, like, if you're on that call, you'd be texting somebody when he says that. Be like, what the fuck is actually happening?
You mean like when you're on a conference call and you're like hypothetically texting your boss the whole time, being like, can you believe this shit?
Yes.
I feel like MBS is texting Putin, probably being like, this motherfucker.
Maybe Jared. Maybe Jared.
It could
Him and Jared
only
are pretty
be
tight.
Jared. Yeah, possibly.
They're homies. Yeah.
Who's Qatar texting?
Oh shit! I have no idea.
I can't. Yeah, probably people. Probably JD Vance being like, "What's wrong with? What's up with your man's here?
What's up with your boy?" Yeah,
come
probably.
Get your boy. Yeah.
That's a lot of nuts.
Maybe Tucker Carlson. Who knows?
Tucker. I don't have that on this board, Alan. So let's go. Let's talk about Lebanon more specifically. So, Barak Ravid. Do you know this name?
It doesn't sound familiar, no.
So he's a reporter, ostensibly. I like to describe him as a useful idiot and a stenographer for the or what should we call this? For the Netanyahu Trump administration.
Netanyahu.
Thank you, Alan. Netanyahu. Where's that at?
Let's play dummy sticks.
Dummy sticks. I don't want to play dummy sticks. That's not the button. I'm sorry. That's not it.
Netanyahu is the N-word, you could say.
No, that was it. Yeah, you're good. Did I get rid of Bibi Netanyahu? Everybody likes the Netanyahu. There,
Benjamin Netanyahu.
It's in the same spot. It was right underneath there. It's right next to this one, which we didn't play. We recorded on Cinco de Mayo, and we didn't play this.
Fuck you, Susan. I'm not going to your Cinco de Mayo.
That would have been great.
That should have been the show open. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Alan. I forgot.
God damn it.
I know. That's why I make notes. Yeah.
Next year.
So Barak Ravid, you'll see him on like Fox News and places like that. He's literally a stenographer for the Netanyahu Trump administration.
Got it. Okay.
I was proud of that. I'm going to say that twice. He wrote this in a post. I'm just going to read these bullet points. A senior U.S. official hints that the Trump administration would support an escalation in Israel. They'd support Israeli military escalation in retaliation to Hezbollah's violations of the ceasefire. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hezbollah's violations of the ceasefire?
Right.
Apparently, Hezbollah fired some rockets off. I got to say, Hezbollah both fucked up and did exactly what they had to do when the U.S. and Israel bombed Iran. Hezbollah hadn't done shit since October 7th. They'd done very minimal things. They didn't join Hamas on October 7th, which was expected, and they didn't. But they're what do you call that when you're one of those sluts that gets paid to go to like Dubai for the weekend? They're sugar daddy. Their sugar daddy was Iran, right? Like they're like Hezbollah's sugar daddy is Iran. And when Iran got shot, they were like, all right, we have to do this. Like we can't not. Like you've kept people in Iran are starving to death, and they have no.
They're
fucking
still sending
water.
money weapons to him,
and they're still sending money to
Hezbollah.
support Hezbollah. So Hezbollah's like, all right, well, they're going to get really mad if we don't just fire some rockets at Israel today. So they did, and then Israel's like, oh look, we got to go invade Lebanon. It's like, okay, all right. They also stopped, and you've been so whatever. I'm not making arguments for Hezbollah. Fuck Hezbollah, right?
Yes. Okay.
But like to act like Hezbollah violated the ceasefire is insane. I just told you there's been 3,000 dead people in Lebanon since the ceasefire took place on March 2nd. So the U.S. official told this guy, Barak Ravid, Hezbollah has ignored repeated requests to stop firing at Israel. They've ignored them, including a recent ultimatum. Israel will never be expected to passively absorb attacks on its forces and civilians. This is not the Biden administration. The Biden administration had caveats in its like when Israel made ceasefire agreements under the Biden administration, it was like Swiss cheese with caveats allowing Israel to violate the ceasefire.
Of course it was.
What is this guy fucking talking about? This is not the Biden administration. Like, these guys have the Epstein files. Like, this is the only reason that... Okay.
I mean, honestly, the Biden administration did nothing but, like, kind of bend over for Bibi. Like, it was just... It was...
Yeah, but it's been even worse now is what I'm trying to say.
Of course it is.
Oh, for Bibi. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Right. Yeah, we're making the same point. I skipped dinner. I had a very full lunch, and I wasn't hungry when we started the show. Now I'm a little...
You know, a little peaked?
Yeah,
peckish?
A little Tweety birds. Peckish. Yeah, not peaked. How do you spell that? P-I-Q?
I have no idea.
I don't either. Yeah. This is the type of questions I get when I don't eat. Yeah. The U.S. official stressed Hezbollah is entirely responsible for the current situation. It broke the ceasefire March 2nd. Just typical IDF bullshit.
Propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said before, the only escalation came after the Ayatollah was killed, and they kind of had to. Yeah. Meanwhile, Israel's been breaking so they are saying though that Israel is being attacked with fiber optic drones. Hezbollah's been using fiber optic drones. That's new. Which we learned that.
Wonder where they got those.
Yeah, I wonder where they got those from. Oh, you think Iran?
Probably Iran.
Probably, right? Yeah.
Maybe Iran via Russia, perhaps. You know.
So I think the only good news about seeing an escalation with Israel into Hezbollah is they usually ramp up right before they come to a peace deal. They're like, look, we're going to have a peace deal soon. We need to kill as many
Lebanese do like to do that.
As we can. Yeah. So I guess that's the only positive. Yeah. It's crazy to think that there's two competing foreign countries that have competing desires internally over our midterms, right? Like Israel says that they won't let Trump make a deal with Iran. Iran is like, you know, the longer we prolong this, the worse it is for MAGA. And I kind of hate looking at that and being like, okay, fuck you, Iran. But you are making MAGA look stupid. And I don't like the way this feels because I want us to have peace and no more of this shit. But like a decent consolation prize is we all suffer and this is what it costs to purge MAGA from. But it's not working. It's not purging.
It's not working.
No. Yeah.
It's not working at all.
We'll see at the midterms. I mean, do you think this will be over by the midterms?
It's
Memorial Day.
Right?
We've got all of the summer still. We got Labor
like
Day.
6 months almost.
Do you think it even makes to Labor Day? That's a big gas weekend.
That is a big ass weekend. Oh man, I think it'll be over by.
You think it'll be over by? You think so?
I think it has to be politically. Like it's not tenable.
It's really hard to imagine it, but
it is.
If you're going to put a marker down on it is, I'm going to say it's not, because I feel like that's not the worst bet. That's a good long shot. I'll take some.
Yeah, that's good. That's fun.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about Russia and Ukraine?
Mm-hmm.
So Russia-Ukraine war, a little status update. Let me change the placeholder. There we go. So there's been... So Ukraine, what they call, Preston Stew calls it kinetic sanctions. Ukraine has been using kinetic sanctions by firing drones and attacking drones within Russia, even within Moscow. Like and it's been pretty bad. Like people in Russia are like scared at times. I'm not saying they actually are worried about an invasion or that many, but people are dying in Russia and within Moscow, which is the only area that matters to Russia, other than their oil fields, which is the other thing that Ukraine's been hitting with their drones. So they've reduced Russia's capacity to export and produce oil by 10%, which is significant. It's a gas station.
That's
of
a
the country.
lot.
Yeah. And it's stalled because of how Russia's had to allocate its resources. It stalled all battlefield gains for Russia. Well, there's been consequences to that. Russia has struck Kyiv. In every district in Kyiv has been struck, especially over the last weekend, especially by Russia. And they've hit it with that hypersonic. And now they've put nothing in the payload. It's just been the actual kinetic mass. Like the missile has so much force that when it impacts, it has just a huge explosion, huge, massive destruction. It's even taken out or damaged the subways that they use as bomb shelters. People in Kyiv are really suffering and being affected by it. And it is a signal because those hypersonics have the ability to they can load them with nukes. They can. And it sends a message every time. So
But the Ukrainians did survive the winter, which was very rough, and they've now basically pulled out of that. So, from
and we're into mud season now.
We are, yeah. So what's the Lord of the Rings thing? From a frying pan to the fire, something like that. So yes, they've got out of that one. The
winter. Do you think they invented that? You think Tolkien invented out of the frying pan?
That's the first time I remember hearing it. Maybe it's before that. Probably was. But so they made it through the winter, so they're done with that, which was a huge problem, especially with gas shortages and fuel shortages. But it's still not great.
But I mean, the lesson of the recent strikes is that Ukraine has found good ways to intercept and counteract drones, but they don't have good missile defense for missiles, especially
hypersonics are
almost impossible, right?
Yeah.
Hitting a bullet with a bullet like that is very hard. And if they could, they would use Patriots, and we're losing Patriots because we fought Iran. You know what? Something I keep meaning to mention when I talk about my trip recap. All over in London, Ukrainian flags on government buildings, and it made me, it made me ashamed and proud to be there supporting them. Like I felt, I don't know how to say this. Like I felt patriotic in another country. I was like, thank God you guys are here supporting them, and ashamed that my country isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just, you know what it did? It made me realize that we could be doing that, and I'm disgusted by it being so unpopular domestically to do something like that.
I agree.
I hate that. We won't support the underdog against Russia,
and all these munitions that we're wasting in Iran for no fucking reason at all.
And it tells you how much of it really tells you how much of a cultural hold Russia has over MAGA when fucking London. I don't know if you know anything about Russia and London. It's a money London is a money laundering machine
financial
for
hub.
Russia,
and
London is Ukrainian flags, fuck them, and it woke them up largely to it. It's too late, but it woke them up. I think that's everything I have. Oh, Russia, Ukraine. One of Ukraine's strikes in the Russian occupied section of Ukraine. Ukraine says they were hitting a drone manufacturing facility. Russia says they hit a boys' school. I don't know. When we do this, we accept the fact. I don't know. I don't know if it was. It does sound like I don't trust Russia on this.
Not at all.
But I don't know, and I'm not going to act like I do know.
And we know that Russia committed a shit ton of war crimes in the beginning of this war, and probably still is. So,
oh yeah, it's just all the kids they abducted. It's just
it's gross.
Y'all just talk about war. When I went to France, I saw this, and I guess I didn't get to this point yet in my trip recap, but Trump's been talking about building his triumphal arc.
Yes.
Yeah. You ever have one of them triumphal arcs, Alan?
I've had some pretty good arcs, but not a triumphal one.
Okay.
The kept coming. Why should he stop working if his was still coming? So thick and fast. And they were.
Thick and fast.
Yeah, I meant to hit that button first. All right, well, why don't we go to half real quick? We'll come right back. Very quick.
This is the B-side of our platter, sports fans. And I'm singing just for you, covered in sequins.
In the canyons of your mind, I will wander through your brain to the ventricles of your heart, my dear. I'm in love with you again. Cross the mountains of your chest, I will stick a Union Jack to the forest of your cheek, through the holes in your string bag.
I thought my ears were hurting.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
I thought I was just being a hypochondriac. I don't know. I turned the volume knob up for some fucking reason.
Oh.
I'm in the bathroom peeing. I'm like, why does my piss splashing in the bowl hurt my ears? Why do I feel like I have tinnitus?
Tinnitus.
Anyways, yeah, I had this shit up at 5.
Oh, shit.
I normally keep it between like 2 and 3.
Too loud.
Yeah, it's too loud. I don't have anything to come back to half with. All right.
I thought you said something from the hidden track.
Yeah, and then I got rid of it, and I decided to use it as a show opener tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you this. Jeff said something today in the group chat that I thought was pretty profound.
What's that?
He was like, dude, I used an MP3 player today.
What?
When's the last time?
Fuck, man. It's been a very long time.
Kind of reminded me of one of those parenting things that you always hear about, where it's like one day you pick up your MP3 player and you put it down and you never pick it up again.
Yes.
And that happened to all of us.
It did. I don't even know.
You don't even recognize the last time you put your MP3 player down.
And I don't know where it is or where it went or anything.
I don't know where my Zune is. Where's my Zune?
Where is your Zune?
Dude, where's my Zune? They're selling, people are buying iPods. iPods? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I kind of miss mine.
People are buying Nanos. They like the clickety
The Nano. I didn't like that one.
You didn't like that one?
I like the classic, the bigger
Big
one
brick?
with the
Yeah.
circle dial thing.
Yeah.
I like that one.
You see them at vintage shops now, though. Like, people pay a premium
That's
for them.
fucking wild, dude.
Yeah. I remember getting mad at iTunes not syncing. I'm like, I just need to sync my podcast so I can go to the gym.
I also remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't sync. And then you'd unplug it and you'd leave and it didn't sync. And you're like, how can I? You can't do any of that on the fly. Like, now you just, make your phone do it.
Stream it. Yeah.
It's a wonderful time.
You had to import your CDs into iTunes. Remember that?
CDs nuts. Yeah. I'd put my Mike O'Mara episodes that Alan made for me. Or Don and Mike show episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times.
You want to keep doing a podcast, though?
Let's do that. Yeah.
So we're kind of getting into like the politicians, best of the left, best of the right type stuff.
Okay.
Here is Jeff sent this in, actually. This is Do you recognize this guy? I don't know how to say his last name. It's
Michael Fanone. Yeah.
Michael Fanone.
He was
a
a Capitol Police officer on Jan 6.
Yes. I always want to say Fanone, but it's not.
No, it's Fanone. Yeah.
Fanone, okay. Fen one. Fan one. It's spelled like fan one. In case you want to Google Fanone.
He has cool tattoos.
For a cop.
Sure.
Yeah. And so this is his response to the January 6th slush fund, the Trump immunity slush fund. Just remember, this was a slush fund created because of an immunity deal the president got.
From the IRS, yes.
I remember vividly on Air Force One when the reporter asked Donald Trump about my case in which Daniel Rodriguez drove a stun gun into my neck multiple times on January 6th. And whether or not that individual deserved to be pardoned. And Donald Trump responded, we'll look into it. That was after he had already pardoned them. There was no looking into shit. Donald Trump didn't care. He pardoned these people, and now he's creating this fund because he wants them to engage in violence around the midterm elections because they can't lose. They can't lose. If they lose the midterm elections, then they could be subjected to oversight, real oversight, and accountability. And they all know they've committed crimes. Everyone in Donald Trump's orbit knows they've committed crimes. Steve Bannon admitted it. If we lose the midterm elections, a lot of us in this room are going to go to prison.
Is that a Baltimore accent or is that Pennsylvania? Is that Baltimore? Right?
I believe that would be Baltimore.
A little Baltimore there, yeah.
A little Baltimore, yeah. There's some Old Bay in that for sure.
Yeah, Old Bay, yeah. Hey there, hun. I thought it was an interesting take that he. So we keep thinking about this fund as for people that have faced. So we're connected. Trump's like, you idiots. You think this is going to January 6ers? No. This is for you. Don't even know what's coming for the midterms. Like, right. I got 2 years in office after these crimes. We have future crimes coming up that I have 2 years of running the Trump family law firm. Sorry, the DOJ, and doling out money.
Yes.
And you're thinking about old shit? That's
No.
Fuck those guys. I already pardoned them. Like, no. This is
we got to pay the newcomers. Yeah. The new kids on the block. Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite new kid?
Oh, shit. He was just on a late night show. I can't remember his name.
Joey?
Yeah, it's Joey. Oh, he was on Wheel of Fortune.
He was on Wheel of Fortune is stupid.
He was on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Joey was, yeah.
I can't imagine anything dumber than Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
It's pretty dumb. It's fun, though.
Me, an intellectual, I'm a Jeopardy fan. And then, it's juxtaposed with just dumb. Just like, I can spell words sometimes. Look,
although
I'm bad at it also.
Jeopardy did have an ICUP clue, last week. I saw. Did you see that one?
I didn't. They did the Mother May I?
No, it was the ICUP was part of the. I don't remember the details, but it was just it was lowbrow, for Jeopardy. It was fine. It was fun.
Mother May I then spell cup?
Something like that. Yes.
I'm perplexed.
How far
did they make an
you?
I look at you going pee?
Oh man, I think it was one of those.
Cheek?
Yes, it was tongue in cheek, but it was one of those ones where I think they had a 3-letter sequence that had to be in the word or something like that.
That's
and
four,
then
but okay.
part of the the clue
How did
was
Ken handle it?
He laughed. It was fun. Yeah.
He's a naughty boy.
He's a professional though. He's very good.
Yeah, he had media training. He's talked about it. He's like, they train you to be good at this and
of course.
Be able to have 30-second conversations. He said the worst thing that happens to him now is he goes to parties and he can't just walk away after 30 seconds like he does when he meets people on Jeopardy. He's like, I'm really good at packing all I need into a little thing and then turning to the next person. And then I go to a party and I'm like, fuck,
can't do that.
Damn it. Yeah.
I fast forward through all of that myself.
I tend to. Then sometimes someone's a repeat champion and you're like, oh, that guy's funny. I wish I kind of got more of that, right? Mm-hmm. Or, if it's a sexy babe, kind of.
Sure, yeah.
Sexy babe has to say,
Sure.
Let's see. So this is, a guy was on Fox News. He's a MAGA senator from Pennsylvania. I forget
John
his name.
Fetterman?
No.
of Iran with a nuclear weapon.
This is Dave McCormick, Republican senator from Pennsylvania. That's so fun. I gotta write that down.
Of Iran with a nuclear weapon that could threaten America or its kids, which was very likely to happen under President Trump's regime, his administration, if we hadn't taken action. I think is an unacceptable alternative for anybody.
Did he say regime?
He did.
Oops.
Also, did he say America and its kids? Is that what he said?
I don't know. Let's listen to it again.
The alternative of Iran with a nuclear weapon that could threaten America or its kids, which was very...
That's weird.
I think he means American children. But he's just like, he's like political robot. He's like, America or American children, America or its kids. Who? What?
It's
like
kids.
Israel?
Israel would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Puerto Rico. I don't know.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Thank you, Alan. It's right there. Sometimes it works. And then this one was really good. So this was Trump from Memorial Day, and Seska did a really great recap of Trump's memorial. So, Alan, did you catch Trump's Memorial Day speech?
No, I skipped it.
I skipped it too, and I'm sure glad I did, because just listening to Seska's recap of it, my God, this is about a minute long.
You're probably not surprised to learn Donald Trump's Memorial Day remarks at Arlington National Cemetery were a complete train wreck.
Today here at Arlington, a very special place. That Howell burial ground.
Hallowed.
That's what he meant to say.
He says howl.
Howl.
That Howell burial grounds, battlefields across the country.
That didn't make any sense.
He's just connecting sentences, right? Like he missed a line on the teleprompter, and he's like, that Howell burial ground. Here,
battlefields across the country. Yeah.
Howl.
That Howell burial grounds, battlefields across the country.
That didn't make any sense.
In the sacred soil, which is first consecrated in the hours of America's greatest division to be eternal symbol of national unity.
No idea what he just said.
The very first service member laid to rest here in this place of supreme sacrifice was...
This is some really good teleprompter reading.
Supreme sacrifice was a Union soldier by the name of Private Christman.
He's talking about Private William Henry Christman.
So close. I mean, really close. Christ.
Not close at all.
No, I used to have a roommate named Chris Man.
I remember him. He's fun.
Henry Christman of the 67th Pennsylvania, who, by the way, died of measles, RFK Jr.
Oh.
And look, not only did Donald receive 5 deferments from the draft, sending 5 poor kids to die in his place, but you'd think he'd at least prepare for speeches like this, maybe reading them through a couple of times before the ceremony. It's the least he could do without doing nothing for the soldiers he once called suckers and losers.
Damn, Seska throwing down.
Yeah, I know.
Love it. That's fantastic. Good job.
So, okay, so let's talk about a little bit more about this, right? So, like,
all right.
Also in that speech, Donald was like just meandering, doing the weave, Alan. He goes,
like he does.
He goes, there's nobody in this, there's all these dead people in Arlington. You don't see any Donalds. You know why? Because you had 5 deferments where you sent 5, you had bone spurs 5 times. You sent 5 poor kids from Queens in your place to Vietnam. That's why.
Yep, that's why.
And then he sat down and fell asleep while Pete Hegseth talked. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
That happened, though. He's like, I'm just resting my eyes.
I believe it, yeah.
Very presidential. Oh, and then he went to Walter Reed for his 3rd checkup since he was in office. Because remember, last year he had an annual physical in April and another annual physical in October.
That's weird.
I don't know how they get away with that. And they called it that.
They should call it a biannual if you're going to do it that often.
They really should. At least the second one, just totally just lie to us. We're like, no, it's enough. Yeah. The only good thing that'll come from this is they have been announcing what tests are being done. And if we see the same tests being done on this one that were done in previous ones, then we know that there's some sort of a medical condition that they have not disclosed yet.
And they're concerned about
on that.
Yeah.
But so he keeps leaving and getting these medical exams done, right? Like you said, he didn't go to his son's wedding in the Bahamas or something somewhere, right? So that he could stay home and ostensibly strike Iran. But in reality, he went to the doctors fell asleep during a speech. And then today, they were going to go to Camp David tomorrow with the cabinet for a cabinet meeting at Camp David. They canceled it because they said there was bad weather tomorrow. There's bad weather in Baltimore tomorrow for half of the day, and it's not that bad. The weather's already passed. So it's an excuse for some reason. And I feel like in the context of going to the fucking doctors, he's been to the dentist twice this month.
That's also weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. It's weird, man.
I mean, there's I don't remember what it's called. Something with SOM, like sleep, like something, right?
Like insomnia,
there's some. This isn't like that guy who's the physical therapist that.
The TikTok guy.
Yeah. This guy, he was Dick Cheney's doctor while he was the vice president.
Oh, I think I've seen him before. Yeah.
And he's saying that he appears to have like there's this like type of dementia where you fall asleep in the day a lot, and he's saying that Trump seems to be expressing that. So, I don't know. They're just going to lie to us about that. I mean, if that shows up, that's what they're looking at. They're going to find a way to release a report that doesn't show that, right?
Maybe they take him out on a boat and perform surgery.
Like Garfield.
Yeah.
Like, that was Garfield, right?
Was it Garfield? We had the story on the talk
Cleveland.
about it.
Cleveland.
It was Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. He had dental
it was
surgery
Cleveland.
done.
Yeah.
I do have something. I just have to look for it really quick, Alan.
Okay.
It's It's not that one.
Dick.
It's not that one.
Oh, different dick.
Nope, it's definitely not that one. I've got a sound I'm looking for.
How'd you like to stuff one of them in a donut?
Oh, that's not it.
Fill it with chocolate swirl ice cream.
Lighthearted, fancy-free.
Let's go, girl.
I don't know where I put the Culture Wars theme.
I don't know. It's right here, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not.
It's on the sheet.
Yeah.
That's the long version.
Oh.
I'll play that. We'll do it that way.
Okay. You can do it that way.
Nicotine. Because nicotine frees your mind. No. Oh, if only the government would tell my kids they're fat. You can't even get the planes to take off on time. Oh, you're obsessed with gas stoves. No, you're obsessed with gas stoves, buddy. It's another battle in the culture wars. Oh, not the culture wars. They're worried about a culture war. Culture wars. Stop with the culture wars.
All right.
I mean, sometimes the long cut isn't bad. That was all right. I haven't heard the long cut in a very long time. So
I don't know where it is, though.
That's not it.
That's not it.
That's when you get bricked up, Dustin.
You need to relax.
Relax, guy.
Get your hand off my penis!
All right. Let's do a little bit of the culture war here. We've got. So, do you know Liz Oyer by the name?
No, I don't.
She is the former pardon lawyer under the Biden administration, who now runs what I would describe as legal ASMR. Like she not to be contrasted to illegal ASMR. I mean lawyer ASMR. Right? Yeah.
Right.
So she runs this account called Lawyer Oyer. She got fired by the Trump administration. She was a position that would have continued into the next administration because it's not.
It's one of those ones that goes.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a partisan position, right?
Right.
But this president was like, look, you can't be around. I'm going to be pushing some really unethical pardons. So her account has really popped off because of that. But listen to her talk. I'm going to pause a second or two into it, okay?
Okay.
Hey, everybody. The Department of Justice just had 2 extraordinary lawsuits.
There's mouth sounds that aren't quite bothersome, but they're like ASMR
They're
mouth
present,
sounds.
yes.
Like she should have that microphone that they use.
The one with the 2 sides? Yeah.
We're gross that we know that, right?
In court. Both involve high-profile prosecutions that were thrown out because of misconduct by prosecutors.
She's always talking like there's a baby in the room that just took a nap.
A little bit, yeah.
Including the acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. I'm Liz Oyer, the former pardon attorney for the Department of Justice. On Friday, a judge in Tennessee dismissed the criminal case against Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Abrego was wrongly deported to El Salvador last year. A court ordered the Trump administration to return him to the U.S., which eventually they did. But on his return, they indicted him on charges of human trafficking. Abrego's lawyers argued that this was a vindictive prosecution, meaning DOJ was prosecuting Abrego.
There's a fund you can make a lot of money off of.
Oh, the $1.8 billion one?
Punish him for successfully challenging his deportation. That type of retaliation is unconstitutional. But here's the thing. Vindictive prosecution is almost impossible to prove. The law requires courts to give every benefit of the doubt to the prosecutors, which means these claims almost always fail. In my whole career, I have never seen a successful claim of vindictive prosecution until now. The judge let DOJ call witnesses and present evidence, but he was not persuaded. Here's what he said. The objective evidence shows that absent Abrego's successful lawsuit challenging his removal to El Salvador, the government would not have brought this prosecution. He called it an abuse of prosecuting power.
So what that means is when she says she's never seen this, a successful vindictive prosecution, what that means in terms of this being overturned is that this only happened because the president directed the Department of Justice to do this, and they brought charges that they never should have brought in a manner that they never would have. Like no person would have ever done that because they're like, hey, if we do this, he's going to win because this is the only way you win a vindictive prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
And then predictably, this actually happened.
Well, I mean, what she was saying is that the bar to clear here to get a vindictive prosecution mistrial is just very high.
Right. Unless it's very obvious that the president instructed the DOJ to...
Which in this case, it clearly was.
I feel like I just said this. Am I taking crazy
and the fucking... Like, they admitted... Like, DOJ lawyers admitted that it was an accident and they should not have deported him to El Salvador in court in front of a judge. They admitted that and then came back and said, oh, no. He has these tattoos. He's clearly a gang member.
It was a Mickey Mouse or what?
Yeah.
It was the smiley face.
And this traffic stop he had in Tennessee 10 years ago that nobody bothered to prosecute.
Human trafficking, Alan.
He was clearly trafficking humans. It was so clear. And they didn't have to do this. They could have just let it go.
Yep.
I hope he sues the government for $2 billion and wins all of it. This man fucking deserves it. He should get all of that money. All of that money.
Somebody's gonna get fired from that board if they approve that.
He should get all the money.
Judge called out Todd Blanche by name. He said that, quote, Blanche's tainted investigation required him to dismiss the case. I cannot overstate how rare it is for a case to be thrown out for vindictive prosecution, and for the misconduct to go all the way to the top is truly unheard of. This would be extraordinary on its own, but it actually happened just one day after another high-profile prosecution was thrown out because of prosecutor misconduct. That case involved a group of protesters in Chicago known as the Broadview Six, who were charged with obstructing a federal officer during a protest at an ICE detention center. Just days before trial, shocking prosecutor misconduct came to light. I'll do a separate post with more details, but the gist is that prosecutors misled the grand jury to get an indictment, and then they tried to hide their misconduct from the court. The judge flipped when she found out. DOJ was forced to dismiss all the charges, and now the judge is considering sanctions against the lawyers.
All these lawyers should get disbarred. They all should be.
Oh, people are like, Todd Blanche got singled out by that judge. He's going to be disbarred. The attorney general doesn't have to have an active bar.
Doesn't matter.
Right, because the only reason the attorney general would need to have a bar license, is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
Is if they were signing briefs that were being presented. But up until this administration, we've never had a DOJ where the attorney general actually signs the briefs. That's what you have employees for. So he can lose his bar license and still be the attorney general, especially acting attorney general.
Right. No, but all these lawyers that have brought these cases and have clearly misled grand juries to get indictments, they should all lose their license.
There's another 20 seconds. Should we play it?
Sure.
These cases prove that DOJ is totally corrupted. They are lying and cheating to make cases. But here's the good news. There are excellent defense lawyers on the other side.
Okay, yeah, obviously we're good. The Pope versus AI, let's save that.
Okay.
Pope made a statement about AI. I thought it was
He
interesting.
did, with the co-founder of Anthropic next to him, yeah.
Shut up, Alan. Save it for the... Okay,
We'll
you know
save
what?
it.
Join the
No,
Patreon.
no,
We'll talk
save
about it.
it.
It's going to
Save
be
it
on the
for-
Patreon.
yeah,
It's
it'll
going
be
to
on
be on the
Patreon,
Patreon.
yeah.
So join the Patreon. Let's talk about that. Don't look it up on your own. Only learn from us talking. And pay us $3 a month for it. It's really not that much to ask. Keeps the show ad free. All right. Let's do... Okay, so speaking of AI, though, did you listen to the newest episode of Ezra Klein? I think it was today's episode.
I didn't get through all of it. I listened to some of it.
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't know what to
Harari's
expect.
always good. Like,
I know. I kind of tire of Harari because it's kind of always the same thing, right?
he does have kind of a whiny voice sometimes. It gets a little grating. But
Look, this is going to sound wrong. I get kind of tired of listening to Israelis. Even if they're saying things like, we should probably hold Israel accountable to not being, who they say they are on the world stage. I just, it's kind of seems like a lot lately, but that's, yeah, I knew I'd regret saying that. All right. He did have so here's something I'd never heard him say before, though. He said that we're on a new age of information sharing. So we're used to a phrase you're very familiar with is the attention economy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get to this part of the show yet?
I'm not sure.
He says it's not the attention economy anymore. It's something else.
Oh, okay. I don't think no.
We are living in a moment when
I had it set at 1.3. I apologize. I can't fix it here. So it's a little bit fast talking. I'm sorry.
Battlefront is shifting from attention to intimacy. How to build intimate relationships with human beings. If you want, for instance, to influence human beings, to change their political identities, to make them buy a certain product, intimacy is the most powerful thing in the world. Attention can get you to read an article, but the article might not change your mind. But if your best friend, over many, many weeks or months, drops little hints and kind of gradually and slowly changes your view about some political figure, about some company, about some major issue in the world, this is the one thing that might really make you change your mind. And AI is now poised to grab that power. There are more and more people, still a relatively small minority, but it's growing, who have AI friends, even boyfriends and girlfriends.
Whoa. All right. I thought it was interesting. I think maybe, Alan, is it time that we become intimate with our listeners?
Oh, let's get intimate.
I mean, okay, so what he's describing is how like AI can be much more persuasive to you, whereas before we've been rewarding the attention economy for keeping your attention by outraging you.
Eyeballs on the screen, yes.
Right. But actually, and this word has many uses. I don't mean it in the way that it's most commonly used, but the more seductive qualities that AI has of simulating intimacy, again, not in the way you're thinking, is much more persuasive. And it does appear that that's like, if we talk about the things that we're afraid of with AI and the way it can control people in ways that we aren't prepared for countering, that's what we're talking about. It's not an attention economy thing. It's an intimacy economy. And like it, again, if we use the non-standard definitions of intimacy and its power over persuasion, that's why me and you are such fans of the podcasts and the radio shows that we were always grew up listening to, because there's that parasocial
because it feels like
relationship
you.
with it.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. There's a book I read. I can't remember what it's called right now. I've talked about it on the show before, but in the book, it's like in the future, and they have these AIs, and they call them like I can't remember what they're called.
Mommy?
But like, no, they're called like half relationships, something like that. Because what people want, what people want is like a connection with something that cares about them, but they don't really care about that person. Like they want half of the relationship, not the rest, the whole thing.
Oh,
and so
it's like a 20-year-old in a relationship. Like,
yes.
I don't really care about her side of this.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in this fictional world, they've created AIs that do that. And they're sort of like...
somebody that we know is, it was in like a very casual relationship with somebody else that we know, not me and you. And apparently the man mentioned that he was expecting a blowjob every day.
Okay. Bold move.
Natasha, fast forward.
Okay.
When I was younger, was in a relationship. This was not healthy on her part because she said her mom told her that she should do this. And I got to be honest with you, some days I just wanted to wake up. Like, I just didn't want to have to go through it. Like, I just would like to sleep in another 15, 20 minutes. And it was just like, fuck. Like, be careful what you wish for, you know? Like, it all roses.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's great. Thank you.
She had cool dogs, though. When we broke up, I missed her dogs.
It's The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Naylor is the book I'm talking about.
You've talked about that a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's a great book. Yeah, you should read it.
You know what?
Put that on your next
I'll
Audible.
put it on my list. Yeah. I have several things that I have to. You know what? I decided to go through some of my credits that I've already spent that have been sitting in my library forever. Yeah. And I've actually almost finished The Rebel in the Kingdom. Did you recommend that one to me? I don't know where I heard.
I don't think so. No.
So this is about a guy who is like infiltrating North Korea and sneaking people out. And yeah, it's
Underground Railroad North Korea.
Yeah, kind of. It honestly, it's been a bit underwhelming. I think the narrator's not very interesting. He kind of sounds like he's like an inspirational story reader, not like
nonfiction sort of.
Yeah, it's hard for me to recommend it. It's been okay. Like, I haven't hated it. Yeah. Paxton. Sorry, not Paxton, but Tallarico's new campaign slogan is "The People versus Paxton." Which is great because I'm pretty sure that Paxton had a lawsuit called "The People versus Paxton." So
he did.
Yeah, I think that's a winning campaign. Democrats are going to dump a ton of money into that, man.
They are. Yeah. If anybody's got a shot in Texas, it's probably Tallarico.
Yeah. I like his style. I had one more clip from the Ezra show with. Did we say who the guy was? Did we just kind of get into it? He had Yuval Harari, the Sapiens author. Mm-hmm. That was who we heard talking in the last clip. That's how you introduce a clip. In this clip I'm about to play is Ezra explaining to Harari something that he heard. Do you know who Marshall McLuhan is? The media...
God, the name sounds familiar. I just can't place
Media
it.
critic, media strategist, Marshall McLuhan. So Marshall McLuhan has an alternate take on the myth of Narcissus, which is what we get narcissism from. And Narcissus sees his reflection in the lake and is enamored with it, sort of, right?
Canadian philosopher Marshall McLuhan.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think of him as mid-century. I thought he was dead.
He is dead.
Oh, well, that answers that.
1980 he died, yeah.
Okay, I was right with mid-century, Alan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he has this reading of the myth of Narcissus, which, you just brought up narcissists. Mm-hmm. And he says that we've gotten this myth wrong. That Narcissus, when he was looking in the pond at his reflection, there's nothing in that story that says he thought it was himself. He thought it was an other. And that the lesson of the myth, and McLuhan is writing this, decades ago before AI, the lesson of the myth is there is nothing man finds as appealing as himself extended in another material.
On its face, I think it's a great reading, right? Like knowing nothing more than just there's a little bit more to this, but like that is that's not unhealthy on its own, right? Like there's unhealthy versions of that, but because me and my wife, I find we're very similar, and if I were to apply this to that, I think she's like a better version of me in ways that I could never imagine me being, and I could aspire to. She's more organized than me, but we have the same interests, right? So there is something in that I see as a reflection of me, and you always want to have something different than you too. I'm just like a big old tuchus.
The true seduction for the narcissist is not an other, not even what an other thinks of them, but to be able to interface with a refracted version of themselves. And something I often think about when I'm using AI, and probably when I'm finding it very compelling.
Do you want to hear where the AI goes, or do you just want to do with that take of Narcissus? I think that's kind of fine. He's going to say that the AI is it plays into our narcissism.
Yeah, well,
but isn't that an interesting take?
It is, but I mean, what's the old trope about, women end up dating people that are like their dads and men?
Wow.
Same thing, right? Like,
yeah, but that's not this. That's Oedipus.
No, but that's genetics, right? Like that's you appreciating the opposite version of yourself, right? Some level.
Yeah.
So
ancestry wise, right?
Yes, or genetically wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I guess that makes sense, and it's kind of scary to think about the fact that can be weaponized against us.
Oh yeah.
In the same way that social media, did the.
So that's what they're saying is like social media did that, and we created the attention economy, and we noticed that too late for the effects of it.
And now AI could be way more.
And it's doing the intimacy
effective
economy, and we're gonna catch that way too late. Like me and you can sit here and talk about definitions and terms and identifying it. We can't stop any of this, but we can be aware of it, right? We can be aware of that, and we can talk about it on our show. We can, what's the old parable of the throwing the starfish back into the sea? We can do one starfish at a time here, because
one at a time.
Yeah. Oh shit. As a podcast. I done podcasting.
We done did a podcast.
Yeah, well, that leaves us with double checking on the media bias offender of the week page, which is still Jimmy Kimmel. Capital attack. So there we go. Yeah, it's the same offense of the First Lady Melania Trump had a glow of an expected.
So on Thursday, 3 days before the event, in order to keep that cherished tradition alive, I did my own version of the Correspondents' Dinner on my show.
All they're doing is just showing him explaining it. Like,
yeah, why?
I don't know.
They're not making a case at all.
Whenever, I don't even remember what I was going to say. I don't know. It's just so dumb. Like, just
it is dumb.
So they're going to keep this one up for 7 months, like they did last time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just the laziest fascism I've ever seen.
Lazy fascism.
They don't even have trains running on time.
They don't even have good Hugo Boss outfits. Like
terrible
what the fuck?
outfits. Yeah. All right. I normally have like a thing to end the show, so I guess I can do a joke that Bobby Ferg sent in. Do you want to do that to end the show?
Sure. Okay. Let's do that.
He said an Australian mulligan.
What's that?
We should do like the Johnny Carson where he reads it. An Australian mulligan. Open up the envelope. A didgeridoo. If you'd like to support this fine program, head on over to nonetaken.horse. We'll be back next week with some more dumb bullshit.
Hell yeah.
It's our broadcast day.
Have fun storming the castle.
Jeeves, bring me the battery acid.
It's not for women.
When a guy's banging
Get it redo.
Let me in his damn house.
I got it.
Oh, how about that?
Come in the name of peace. LMFAO. So what in the world is this?
Trump's pee-pee.
Why would you say something that stupid?
I come without explanations or solutions.
I'm a very sexy lady, cat turd.
I will not suffer this harlot.
How great! An anti-American Marxist.
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Read the news.
China is asshole.
God bless the United States.
Bye-bye.
Now this is podcasting.
Cheers. That was fun.
Drive safe, buddy. MAGA to Linda S.
Indeed.